There was a pretty lengthy hearing before Judge Aileen Cannon. She opened up her courtroom.
I think we're right to start questioning the motivations of that referee. And I love John Sale. I do think it's a benign explanation to say she...
Very strangely to kind of random third parties, I mean, not necessarily.
Judge Aileen Cannon has recently made a surprising pivot that has caught the attention of both supporters and critics of former President Trump. The key question now is what prompted this shift in Judge Cannon's stance towards Trump. Speculation ranges from concerns about the 11th Circuit Court potential influence to a strategic move to counter media scrutiny. Michael Popp has delved into the details to uncover the rationale behind her decision. During a lengthy session on Friday, Judge Cannon expressed skepticism regarding Donald Trump's claims that the appointment of special counsel Jack Smith was unconstitutional. Trump argues that Smith, who is overseeing cases against him in Florida and Washington, D.C., was improperly appointed. Trump's position rests on the assertion that Attorney General Merrick Garland lacked the authority to appoint a special counsel without Senate confirmation. However, the Justice Department contends that the Attorney General indeed has the legal authority to appoint such officials as inferior officers, including special counsels. Despite her reservations about the prosecution team, Judge Cannon's responses during the session hinted that she may not fully support Trump's constitutional challenge. Judge Cannon, well prepared with probing questions, challenged Trump's lawyer during the session to substantiate the claim that Jack Smith's role resembled a shadow government. "That sounds quite ominous," remarked Cannon to Trump attorney Emil Bowe, pressing for clarification on his statement. Bowe did not directly address the judge's concern but reiterated the assertion that Smith's appointment was improper. He also requested an additional hearing, suggesting it could explore the dynamics between Garland and Smith. Bowe argued that Smith operates independently without direction from Garland. Cannon pointed out that Smith still operates within a regulatory framework, prompting Bowe to clarify that Smith does not report to anyone. Judge Cannon's handling of the Trump case has attracted considerable scrutiny, with critics accusing her of potentially prolonging legal challenges posed by the former president to delay any trial until after the upcoming November election. According to the New York Times, 2 federal judges in South Florida, including the district chief judge, initially advised Cannon to recuse herself from a criminal prosecution case involving classified documents when it was assigned to her in 2023. Since her appointment in 2020, Judge Cannon has repeatedly questioned prosecutors in recent hearings about aspects of the case that the Justice Department considers routine, including the use of a grand jury in Washington before transferring the case to Florida's Southern District, where she presides. Judge Cannon's scrutiny towards both Trump and the government arguments was evident as she meticulously questioned the prosecutors. She focused particularly on whether Attorney General Merrick Garland had personally authorized the Trump indictment or any specific actions by special counsel Jack Smith. Prosecutor James Pierce defended Smith's appointment and actions, stating that Garland could dismiss Smith at any time but clarified that Garland did not review all of Smith's decisions. Pierce stressed adherence to regulations, asserting, "We are following all the rules." Despite this, Cannon remained unconvinced and pressed further, asking, "Has there been any actual oversight?" Pierce affirmed oversight but did not delve into the internal Justice Department processes. Cannon hinted that prosecutors seemed uneasy about whether Garland had indeed authorized the indictment, suggesting they had concerns over the issue. Pierce explained that regulations required the Special Counsel Office to report significant developments to the Attorney General, indicating that an indictment would qualify as such. This ongoing scrutiny highlights the contentious nature of the case and its judicial and procedural complexities. Judge Cannon did not specify a timeline for ruling on Trump's challenge to the appointment of Special Counsel Jack Smith. Trump's attempt to invalidate the special counsel work stands out among recent challenges, with Cannon allocating significantly more time to consider this challenge compared to other recent cases. Cannon has allowed extensive questioning on the authority of the Special Counsel Office, which is involved in multiple federal court cases nationwide. This comes amid growing Republican criticisms of the Justice Department handling of special counsel appointments, both in Congress and among legal circles. The hearings are scheduled to continue on Monday, focusing on 2 main issues: the prosecutor request for a gag order against Trump and Trump's argument that the special counsel office is unlawfully funded. These hearings will delve deeper into the legal and constitutional implications surrounding the special counsel authority and its broader impact on ongoing investigations. In addition to the hearing on the validity of Smith's office, Judge Cannon's decision to allow lawyers from nonprofit organizations and former government officials to participate in Friday in-person debate is notable. It is uncommon for external parties to be given argument time in a criminal trial, especially of this magnitude. In a brief supporting Trump motion to dismiss the case, attorneys for a former attorney general and the conservative nonprofit Citizens United argued that Smith, appointed without Senate approval, wields significant power within the U.S. government. They argued that targeting a former president who is a leading contender in the next election demonstrates Smith's potential to profoundly influence the course of a presidential election and thereby impact the nation's future. Gene Scher, representing former Attorney General Edwin Main and Citizens United, argued that jacksmith appointment granted him more power than a typical U.S. attorney without the necessary political accountability. Scher contended that Smith appointment undermines the constitutional order, asserting that special counsels should be government insiders requiring Senate approval before assuming their roles. Smith, a former top prosecutor at The Hague specializing in war crimes, has faced scrutiny over his background and appointment. In defense of Smith's appointment, attorneys for the nonprofit State Democracy Defenders and others argued that the Constitution distinguishes between principal and inferior officers, allowing the Attorney General to appoint the latter without Senate confirmation. Matthew Seligman, supporting Smith, emphasized that Smith's role is not entirely independent from the Justice Department. There's adequate oversight here. Seligman assured the judge, referring to the regulatory framework governing special counsels and the oversight provided by Attorney General Garland. Seligman noted that while oversight may be more hands-off, Garland retains the authority to dismiss Smith if necessary. In contrast, Hunter Biden's attorneys sought dismissal of indictments overseen by special counsel David Weiss, arguing that Weiss's appointment was unlawful because he was already part of the federal government and not fully independent. Their motions for dismissal were rejected by the judges handling Biden's cases. Trump's legal team aims to dismiss the documents case by challenging Smith's appointment, alleging that Smith operates as part of a shadow government and acts as a surrogate for President Joe Biden's campaign. Cannon's decision to hold a hearing on this matter and allow external parties to contribute has sparked controversy and criticism. However, comments made by Cannon in court on Friday suggest skepticism toward Trump's team's arguments regarding Smith's role. When Judge Cannon pressed Trump's lawyer, Emil Bowe, to explain the allegation of a shadow government, he failed to provide a direct response. According to CNN's lawfare court correspondent, Anna Bauer, reporting on X, the judge appeared skeptical of arguments from both sides. Cannon rigorously questioned Bowe and prosecutor James Pierce, focusing on the textual analysis of statutes and DOJ regulations governing Attorney General Merrick Garland's appointment of Jack Smith. Bauer noted that while Cannon seemed doubtful of Trump's claim that Smith's appointment was unlawful, she also remained unconvinced by the special counsel's counterarguments. She indicated skepticism towards the special counsel's statutory interpretation, suggesting it might stretch the Constitution's text too far. Challenges to the legal authority of special counsels, who are independent prosecutors appointed by the U.S. Attorney General to handle conflicts of interest, rarely succeed. Last month, lawyers for Hunter Biden unsuccessfully attempted to dismiss his federal gun case by arguing that special counsel David Weiss's appointment was improper. Ty Cobb, a former lawyer for Trump, commented in a CNN interview that if Judge Cannon ruled in favor of Trump, it could lead to her removal from the case by the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. The worst thing that could happen to her is that she actually rules for Trump on this because that would go to the 11th Circuit, Cobb told CNN's Aaron Burnett. And then I think this petty partisan prima donna would be put in her place, and they would remove her. Trump faces multiple criminal prosecutions, including the documents case and 2 related to his efforts to challenge the 2020 election results. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges and alleges, without evidence, that these prosecutions are politically motivated to hinder his return to power. In filings in Florida courts, Trump argues that Smith lacked the authority to bring charges because he was not Senate confirmed and his office was not established by Congress. Trump's defense team also questions the funding mechanism for the prosecution. Smith's office has countered these claims, citing support from previous court decisions. Trump's lawyers are employing various strategies to challenge Smith, whom Trump has criticized extensively on social media. Appointed by Attorney General Merrick Garland in 2022, Jack Smith is a seasoned prosecutor tasked with overseeing investigations related to former President Trump, aimed at maintaining some degree of independence from the Justice Department. Trump's legal team has mounted various challenges to Smith's role in an effort to dismiss charges related to classified documents. Judge Cannon has postponed the start of the trial indefinitely, making it unlikely to proceed before the November election. Upcoming hearings will also address critical issues, including Trump's motion to suppress evidence from an FBI search of Mar-a-Lago and Smith's request to prevent Trump from making statements that could interfere with law enforcement proceedings. In summary, Smith's upcoming request, scheduled for discussion on Monday, follows Trump's unsupported allegations that FBI agents intended to assassinate him during the August 2022 search of Mar-a-Lago. Attorney General Garland has strongly condemned these claims as dangerous. Judge Cannon has displayed some receptiveness to arguments put forth by Trump's defense team on various issues and may consider his challenges to Smith's appointment. Notably, she has allowed 3 outside lawyers, including 2 who support Trump's position, to present arguments during Friday's hearing, a departure from typical courtroom procedures. Please share your thoughts on the Trump case and Judge Cannon in the comments below, and subscribe for updates on the latest developments in Trump's legal challenges. Stay tuned for the next update.